Houston, you have a trash problem, and it's getting worse. That's what our news partners with Houston Landing have discovered, but there are some solutions out there. So let's talk about it. Houston Landing reporter Elena Briss received a grant from MIT's Environmental Solutions Journalism Fellowship Program to conduct a three-part investigative series into the problem, and joins us now live to tell us more about what she found. First of all, good morning. Congratulations on receiving that, to be able to do this great just group of stories. So you start off by talking about there is a problem.
Yes.
What is the problem with trash in this city?
So the problem is, there's multiple parts to the problem.
Yes.
So the biggest problem right now is that right now Houston uses about 5 landfills, more or less. And these landfills, there's 3 of them in actual Harris County, and then there's one in Fort Bend, and then there's one in Brazoria. And they're running out of space. That's the big problem. So we've had them going on since the 1970s, 1980s, and I think the last one was in the 1990s. And what happens, a landfill is collecting all the trash over time, all of Houston's trash. And then as Houston starts to expand and Harris County starts to expand, like that trash in the landfills, they expand over time, and we're running out of space. So within the next 15 years, we're going to lose about 1/3 of our landfill space, and that's as Harris County is expanding.
And also, isn't it true from what I was reading of your report, if you're going to create a new landfill, it takes time to even do that. How long of a time does it take?
It takes about 15 years, right? So it takes a long time.
Okay, so if we started like right now, because you have to do the assessments, everything else, find the location, we probably would still not have enough landfill space in time for the growth of the city. Yeah,
it's kind of, so back in 2021, the city of Houston commissioned a report by some engineers to look over like what's going on with trash right now. And that's what they found. They were like, you guys need to start working on a new landfill now, or you need to start looking at an alternative to a landfill right now, because trash is growing in the city and we need a place to put it.
Very much so. Now, that was the first part of your report, which actually came out on Monday. And today you talk about trying to find other ways in which to remove this, like composting and things of that nature, which can at the beginning be a little expensive, but in the long run it can really benefit. What have you found?
So that was my second piece today, was about composting. So for those who don't know, composting is when organic matter, is like your table scraps, it's like the twigs that you have in your backyard, that breaks down over time in a very natural process. And it becomes just like this enriched soil, which then can be used
for fertilizer.
Exactly. It's literally like a full circle. Like it's what you are disposing of is just going back into the earth, which is really, really exciting and really cool. And a lot of cities are doing that work. Like in San Antonio, they have a massive citywide composting facility as well. Here we don't have that, and part of the reason is that it is expensive to start that. So we've done a few pilot programs with groups like Zero Waste Houston. They're an organization that's based in the Woodlands. And they've done some stuff, but ultimately, like, it is a big upfront cost to start a composting program, which would be like putting buckets outside of everybody's house, and you could put your table scraps and things like that in there, and then every day somebody picks it up.
Well, I mean, they pick up trash, so why can't they do that as well? That's a question a lot of people have. But I'm going to go back real quick. We only have about a minute. What has the city's response been to your story so far? What are you inquiring about it?
So I was able to talk to the previous director of the waste management department here, Mr. Wolfach, and he has now since resigned in March, and since then the city has not talked to me.
Really?
Yeah, they have not found the time to talk to me. So it seems like it's a very important issue, but when I'm trying to press on it, the mayor's office won't talk to me, and then the interim director won't talk to me either right now.
That's very interesting, because this is a big situation the city has to deal with now for the health and well-being of its citizens, residents too. So now I know we've run out of time, but I know the third part of your series talks about even more wonderful ways in which we can try to alleviate some of the problems. And I want you guys to check out this 3-part series. Lynn, it's incredible from what I've seen so far, and I want to thank you so much for being here and addressing the issue of a huge problem in the city. You can go to, of course, HoustonLanding.org to see the entire 3-part series, the 3rd part coming out tomorrow. And also, everyone, go to our website, CW39.com. I'm going to have this entire her interview once again. I'm going to have a link to her articles that you need to check out. And I'm hoping that if you try again to get with the city, you see this, you out there can make a difference. Maybe the city will finally respond to some of your questions so we can get some answers for everyone here. Great job on this.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic report.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate your time as well.